Well, welcome to Blinded by Spice. Tonight we're going to give Frey Ranch, another chance to make it in a blind. Well, tonight we're trying something a little different. Why? Because I was reading the label on one of my favorite 4 grains. This is the Rabbit Hole Cavehill, and I go on and on about it all the time, and I love this Cavehill. It seems to be a little less earthy and a little sweeter than my other 4 grains and tends to win in a blind. But it's not in the blind tonight, and why is that? Because I finally read the damn label. This says 4 grain small batch, so it is a 4 grain, but it's not what I thought it was. This bourbon consists of 70% corn, 10% malted wheat, 10% malted barley, and 10% honey malted barley. There's no rye in this. Never chill filtered, as it should be. Now, it is a good 4 grain bourbon, but it's not a traditional 4 grain bourbon. There's no rye in it. And I think maybe one of the reasons I liked it so much, because it was sweeter than a lot of the other 4 grains I tried, was this honey malted barley. There is a certain flavor to this that I just love, and I'll bet you it's this honey malted barley. So tonight, it's out of the competition because we've got 4 true 4 grainers, all distilled by the company that bottles them. You know, Rabbit Hole is sourced. The 4 tonight are all distilled, bottled, and distributed, or I say distilled, bottled, and aged by the company that's on the label. One of them, if you watch the intro, is this Frey Ranch. And I've not been real favorable in the past on it. And I think maybe I was always trying to compare it to the Cavehill. So tonight, we're not comparing it to the Cavehill. And it's back in a blind against 3 new competitors. Well, I say 3. I know one of them may have used in the past, but 2 are definitely new because I'm looking at the bottle tags. They're new. So the Frey Ranch is 45% alcohol or 90 proof. And we'll put, unless I can find it here. Oh, I can find it. Okay. 66.6%. Who does that? Yellow dent corn. 10% winter wheat. 11.4% winter rye. And 12% 2-row barley. So that is in one of these glasses. Next, a lot of people love this Middle West spirits, and you know, it says straight wheated bourbon whiskey, but you read the label, it is actually a full-bodied 4 grain. And it says on the back here, sweet yellow corn, soft red winter wheat, dark pumpernickel rye, and 2-row barley. I don't have the percentages, but if I can find that, I'll put that on the screen. So, Middle West Spirits, 4 grain. Next, certainly a newcomer and a favorite of mine, this Hard Truth Sweet Mash 4 grain bourbon. It's also a bottled and bond. And I think I saw this on the tag in here before. Let's see here. 4 grain bourbon. 78% corn, 9% rye, 9% wheat, 4% malted barley. Wow. Contestant number 3. And last but not least, I know I'm going to get a lot of hate mail about this. Jeff the Creed. But I actually, when I tasted this before, I actually liked it. I was not a fan of their straight bourbon whiskey. That's not even been closed real well. I guess it's been breathing. And I do like their wheated bourbon. Been a while since I've had this 4-grain, but I remember liking it. So that is contestant number 4. That's what we have tonight. My lovely assistant has poured these glasses. I don't know which is which, so I'm just going to go from right to left like I normally do. We're going to score it, and somebody is coming off the podium, and it's not this guy. So we're going to put that guy off to the side. All right, so let me start my clock so I don't go too long here, and start. Okay. This should be glass D. Wow. It's like I'm out on the prairie. That is a lot of grass. And is this the Frey Ranch? I know, I beat up the Frey Ranch a lot. But that is a lot of earthiness, a lot of grass, a lot of tomboyish rolling in the hay. I don't know where that came from. Cheers. That is definitely earthy. It's got some nice baking spices going for it, though. I mean, I'm getting cinnamon right away. Just hair on the sweet side. That earthiness comes through, but then the sweetness in the mid palate takes over. Well done, 4-grain. Well done. Let's see. I'm on first round. I'm going to give it a score and then come back to it. Now, this one is not as grass or grainy. Still earthy, but I'm picking up a little more molasses brown sugar, a little more bourbon in this one. Cheers. This is definitely sweeter than D. This is glass C. It is. Not the same baking. There's baking spices there, but more nutmeg, vanilla, kind of fall baking spices. Not getting cinnamon on this one. It's pretty good though. It's not. It's probably the least 4-grainy-ish I can remember for 4-grain. You could put this in a glass, and I might not guess it was a 4-grain. I might say, "Oh, it's a wheater." Interesting. Okay. I'm going to give that just slightly higher right now, but we're going to come back to that. Glass B. This smells more like glass D. More grain, more grass, less bourbon. Cheers. This has got more pepper on the tip of the tongue. Definitely more spice going to it, maybe higher rye spice. It's the sweetest of the 3 so far. It's just pretty sweet and not very grainy. Kind of like C, but different, sweeter. I'm going to give it the same score as C. Let's see, D, C. I won't know what the hell I wrote down. I'm going to have to come back to these two because they are really close. Over to A. Now, all I smell with this one is earthiness. I don't get any sweetness. I don't get any oak. I get a lemongrass. That's all I could come up with. Cheers. the nuttiest of the four. I'm not sure I like this one at all. Well, all right, glass A is coming off, is in 4th place. These three are so close together in score that I'm going to have to revisit it. Goody for me. I'm going to just go back over all the way to the right, because that cinnamon intrigues me. This has got it's funny. This has got a very grassy smell to it, but then that cinnamon comes across, and I don't smell the cinnamon at all. Cinnamon, hint of vanilla. Also getting some light to medium fruits. Yeah, it is still very earthy. I still get that kind of grass component to it. Lemongrass, right? That sounds better than the grass in your front yard. At least the grass in my front yard, because half of it's dead. Oh, I'm going to skip over to this one. That one is good. That has got to be the sweetest of the three, though. Maybe too sweet. It's, I don't know, there's not a balance there. It seems like I'm looking for a balance and for a 4-grain, and that seems to be maybe a little too sweet. And like, Mike, too sweet? No way! Definitely not as sweet as that. This reminds me of the Middle West. It does. It was good, and maybe it's that pumpernickel rye that's in there. It's definitely, it leaves a different finish than the other ones. I try not to really talk about finish, because you're going back and forth. You don't know which finish you're really experiencing. Go back to B. That's good. I like this, but glass C is in 3rd place. It's good. If it's the Middle West, well, even if it isn't, it's good. But this glass D really intrigued me, and it's the grassiest of the 4. That's good. It is really different. That D, it's something about it is just different than the other 4. I know the Jeff the Creed has this bloody butcher corn. Could this be the bloody butcher corn giving it that different flavor? That more fruit in it? All the other ones, it was just like savory and some sweetness. I really didn't pick up fruit. This one, I pick up fruit. And a 4-grain. Oh, that's almost like dessert. Wow, that is so interesting. I have a lot of bourbons that are a little on the sweet side and are good tasting, and this would be one of them. But tonight this taste, whatever it is so intriguing. It is first place. Wow. Last place, Glass A, was the Jephthah Creed. I liked it. Oh, and all these 4-grainers was the price range was $45 to $55, so nothing real expensive. I thought about like let's get that Heaven Hill grain to glass. They've got a 4-grain, but that might be a little unfair. That'd be like twice the price, right? All right, third place was Glass C. Oh, my hard truth. Sorry, hard truth. I would have thought that would have been first place. I really liked it. And I think B and C could have traded. They were so close. In fact, originally I tied them when I was kind of scoring them, trying to eliminate one. So at any night it could be second or third place, the hard truth. So wow. So that means the Frey Ranch is still in the running. Holy shit. You watch, the Frey Ranch is going to win. Wouldn't that be something? So second place was Glass B. Holy crap. Unbelievable. Middle West was Glass B. I had that wrong. I thought the Middle West was Glass C. What won tonight was that lemongrass and cinnamon. I actually gave it another shot and it came in first place. Now, is it my favorite 4-grain? I'm not sure that it is, but tonight against these other 3, it won. That unique flavor, that earthiness, that cinnamon coming across, that light to medium fruit, that did it for me. So we hope you like this video. We'll comment and share, and let me know of these 4. I'm sure Frey Ranch is probably going to be number 1, but what is your favorite 4-grain? Please always drink responsibly, never drink and drive, and if you got a 4-grain, cheers to you. We'll see you next time.